leaders in the city of Atlanta or leaders in the city of Baltimore, and that it absolves public policy which is non-racial. And so when I say that
Rightio, folks, it is 9 o'clock Sunday night, UK time. I need 10 taps. 4 for the hell, 1 for the space, 4 for a yeah, and 1 to put a smile on my face. Come on, folks. Let's fill that screen. It's Sunday night. Well, I see them. Shall we?
Yeah.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
It's been a while since they've seen you.
Yeah.
Are you ready? They're going to take the rip. And it is 9 o'clock Sunday night, UK time, and it can mean only one thing. It's time for the Sunday Nighter, your weekly terrain Q&A show with me, Mel the Terrain Tutor, and the Corb.
You have to explain which mic's on. No, sorry,
That one.
No, which camera's on, sorry.
That one.
Far left one. Alright. I don't know which one I'm looking at.
Yeah. He's grown up, hasn't he? Right, let me move my mic so I can see my chat for a second. Get my brew. Yes, I still have a little bit of a lisp. For those of you not aware, Mel's week has been filled with abscesses, antibiotics, and accounts. Yes.
You know that bag I had for these?
Yeah.
Did you know where I chucked them?
No.
There's somewhere then.
There's somewhere, son.
I'll find it. Don't worry.
Is it me or is Mel a bit quiet? Does sound a little bit quiet.
I've been annoying all day. That's why.
No, it's the microphone volume. There we go. Don't know why that was turned down.
Probably me, to be fair.
You've got a hobbit there with you. He's not so much of a hobbit anymore, to be perfectly honest, folks. He's growing up. Right, this is a Q&A show. Yeah, little bit tardy. I need to open the question doc. Remember, guys, yeah, the show goes on depending on the questions you ask. So, the form is ready. The link is down below. All you need to do is log on. Simple one. Don't even need to log on. Just go to the link, enter your question. And the chat's not working clearly. I think I'm going to can off that chat. That chat's doing my head in. To be perfectly honest. Headphones. There you are. Right, he's got enough hair for both of you and several others besides.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has. Do you want to pull your hair back and just remind him what you actually look like?
Yeah, I've got a forehead, I do.
You've got your father's forehead, son.
What a massive one. Yeah.
Right, there's emoticons in the chat. That's new. Right, the Google Doc is open, so if you've got any terrain-related questions, get them in the doc. We'll keep an eye on that. Oh, they're coming in already. I've got a couple already. Well, that's an interesting one. Remember, you can ask about anything. Keep it terrain-related, best as possible. Now, the big news is the book has hit retail.
Wait,
yes.
When was that?
Technically, last weekend it went a bit weird and vague and that sort of stuff with getting the what you call it, with fulfilling the book at the end and the last. So it got a bit grey.
We saw it now.
Oh yeah, book's out.
That's good then.
Yeah. So if you do want the book, you can buy it from your local friendly local game store. Yeah. All you got to do is ask your store if in the US if they deal with Alliance or Bridge Distribution, and if they're a gaming store, they probably do. Ask them to get it from that. Anywhere else in the world, they can get it from Warlord. At the same time, if you want to order it online direct, you can go to Ironheart Artisans in the US, and Canada, and over in Europe and UK and the rest of the world. It's on the Warlord website. No doubt other retailers will be putting it on their web stores. Thank you, Diggers. Now, remember, we have... Oh, yeah. Money. Oh, look. You can see he's a teenager now. A proper... Did you see the way his eyes lit up then? Yeah, did you see? Oh, Dad's got $10. Oh.
Because the more money that comes to me,
the
more money I can spend on my gun.
On your gun? You can't even show your gun off.
Yeah,
I
can't.
Yeah, because I'll probably get my channel.
Yeah, can't do that.
He's got an airsoft gun. Yeah, it's just there. Just off channel.
Just out of frame.
Yeah, because we don't know
YouTube will slap him up.
Yeah, YouTube can be a bit funny about guns and stuff like that, even airsoft guns, so I'd rather it not on my channel. Hey, Dave!
Wow.
That's Monday.
Oh, hello.
Soon as lockdown's done, mate, we need to get together. Hello, dude, and my big rice ball. He still is your little rice ball.
Yeah.
Dave, Mazamunde in the chat was what got Corbin into the Japs. Andrew saying, my wife and I ordered our copy today.
That's good then. Mine's at home all prepped up.
All prepped up?
Yes, nice and out of the way. It's separated from everything else, so it stands out in the cupboard.
Really?
Yeah.
You proud of your dad's book?
Yeah. It's not something that everybody does, is it? It's not like everybody can sit there and say, oh, my dad's got a book. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things that like it sits there. So people come into my room, it's like, that is my dad's book.
Do you want a silver play button as well?
I'm down. I'll have that, yeah.
No.
I mean, if you ever want to offer it off to me, I'll gladly take it.
When your dad passes, it all shall be yours.
Yeah,
just like you've inherited your Corbania Prime army now. Yeah?
Yeah.
His Imperial Guard army. We're playing Kill Team. We're getting into it. What was I going to say? Now, a little proud moment as a father. Me and Kerry were together, this week. Yeah, and Corbin's about, we're not really sure what's going on with GCSEs in this country at the minute.
No, not at all.
Yeah, basically because of the lockdowns. The government isn't sure what decision it's made on GCSEs, but it's unlikely you're going to actually sit the final exams.
No, I doubt it.
Yeah, they're more than likely going to go off previous exams and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, a couple of
but Corbin finishes school and he starts sixth form or college, which in the UK, you finish school, you've got 2 years, where you can do your A-levels or more advanced education, and that gets you into university at 18. Yeah, well, Corbin's gone and done really well and got himself into a very prestigious sixth form in the city, where they only take 55 students, a year, and he's one of them. Now, what Corbin didn't know or hadn't fully researched is the meaning of faith school.
Oh, I have not researched a single thing. I have looked. I think I took 10 minutes to look at the uniform policy to see if my hair was allowed, and that was it.
Well, that was it. That was it. He doesn't realise his teachers are nuns.
The maths teacher looks old enough to have met Jesus. Can't lie.
Defo do. You can come play with me spiders. No,
Sounds
Dave.
Good. Sounds good. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
All right then, dude.
I'm just going to be slowly in and out, you know what I mean?
You're going to do your wandering thing?
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah, I do. He's left his phone. Can't unlock it. We could have some fun with that, couldn't we? Yes. Okay, Catholic. Yeah. Congratulations, people are telling him. It's a really good college. It's a really good sixth form. In the UK, we have colleges and we have sixth form. And sixth form was basically where you finished your fifth form, which is your GCSEs, your school education, and then you went on to sixth form or a college for 2 years, and then you went to university. Or that was roughly. Now there's lots of routes for education. Yes, I know the lisp is bothering you, and I've had a rough couple of days with the tooth, and tomorrow I have to have 2 or 3 extracted. Yeah, because time has come. And so, couldn't have happened while I was writing the book and didn't need to do videos. So, no close-ups. You know, if Mel grew a moustache with Corbin on the channel, it could be a good place to cosplay Magic Roundabout with Zebedee and Dougal. Do you have a Twitch up? I have a Prime thing that's going to waste every month. I need to get back on Twitch, to be truthful. Getting taught by nuns can be surprisingly fun. They tend to be more forgiving of bad behaviour, provided you show adequate remorse. How many Hail Marys is he going to have to do?
Oh, God.
Hey, Ali, how you doing? Looking well. Still got that killer smile. Yeah. Gappy. Oh.
I was calling that.
Oh, shut up, you. Right, Rob's saying, where can I buy in the book in the EU? I'm going to put a link down below, yeah, to book info and that sort of stuff. But basically, your friendly local game store, yeah, or Warlord Games. Right.
Oh, there you go, that's better.
Right, questions are coming in. We've got 5 so far.
You shift up a little.
Do nuns still use rulers, like in... Come on then. Blues Brothers.
I don't think it's
A
like
proper British smile. I just feel awful about it, you know what I mean? Got any terrain building videos coming out this month? Yes, I've been working on a few before I had to, before my teeth work, and my tooth work gets done. So more of the Burma build coming out, yeah? Messy hair. Right, now as always, yeah, if you like the show, you can support it with the links down below. Yeah, there's the Amazon wish list, there's the PayPal link, but above all, if you want to see me go for dance, we need 11 new patrons. Yes, it's going to take 11 new patrons for us to have me dancing.
Count me out of that. I'm like...
Oh, you'll smile when you see a money icon appear up.
Yes.
Yeah, but the moment it comes to, like, dancing on the internet for your money.
It'll take 15 to get me dancing.
15.
15 to get me dancing. That's the rule there.
They'll take that as a challenge, son.
I know they will.
Chindits. I went to a Catholic high school and the nuns were horribly strict. Solidified my choice to walk away from that Catholic church. Oh, son.
Oh, God.
At least you'll get a good education.
Yeah.
Because you ain't going to allow to concentrate on anything else. But no, me and Kerry are very proud of
Honestly,
him.
the thing is, it's only 2, it's not as if I've got to go through 5 years of art school with it. It's only 2 years.
You haven't even started and you're already saying it's only 2 years.
Thing is, I knew it was going to be one of those things where I knew it was going to be hard from the start, you know what I mean? The second I heard about it, it was one of those things where I knew there was going to be problems with it, I knew it was going to be a bit of a challenge, but at least it's not trying to go through primary school and high school with it all. It's 2 years, and I'm in uni, which is going to be a lot more open, because, you know what I mean? And also then, at least it could be looking a lot like, I'm going to be looking forward to the freedom a lot more than the kids that are coming straight from high school to have a lot more freedom in college. Because I've still got the whole 9 till 5 bloody...
You've still got
Monday
actually quite a strict structure.
Monday to Friday, 9 till 5, same as high school.
In the UK, colleges are a lot more like universities. It's like an introduction to adult education, whereas sixth forms are a lot more like slightly relaxed school.
Yeah.
It's a sort of difference, but there is a big difference. Do you know what I mean? One of the reasons we were happy you went to sixth form is because it's structured.
Yeah, I'm not going to be just disappearing halfway through lessons and never coming back. I'd love to, but I can't. Sadly. Not legally.
He just says it in front of me.
Yeah. You know
Well,
what I mean?
that's why you're going to a Catholic sixth form with nuns, with rulers. Yeah, where you're locked in from 9 till 5.
I bet I could find a way.
Well, you got what, 9 to 5, then you got Sunday school, haven't you?
Is there Sunday school?
Yeah.
Oh, that's mad. Actually, no, there's not. No, I looked on the website into Sunday school.
No, there is.
No, there's not.
That's what he's on about the extra masses. Sunday school. Are you committed?
Oh, well, mad then. Anyway, that thing is, that's only once every term, so... The masses are once every term, which means it's literally 4 in a year. So, it's not a big deal.
There's only 3 terms a year.
Oh, what's 3 then?
He's got selected for a highly prestigious watch at school. I know nothing about it, and I think there's 4 terms a year. You've only been doing like school years since
I
you
thought it'd be like seasons, like there's 4 of them.
You get summer off.
Oh yeah, you do, don't you?
Do you know what? That's a sign of lockdown. The idea you forgot the summer holidays, you've been off school that long, you forgot there's an entire season where you don't really go to school. Will Corb develop bad habits?
Yeah, probably. Won't surprise me. Let's be honest.
Well, you'll have to introduce them to... most sixth forms are a substitute for college after GCSEs. Sixth form that is connected to my school allows students to wear anything that is appropriate.
No, I've got to wear a business suit.
No, you got to wear a business suit. A birthday suit is something completely
I said
different.
business suit, you muppet. I think you're going deaf. Yeah, he's going deaf.
Did you call me a muppet?
Yeah, I did. I call people muppets now because it's not as rude as anything else. See, I'm already getting good habits.
Or a sign of being grown up? What are holidays and weekends? Oh, he knows.
Yes,
He
I've already
knows.
got a gun. I love it.
Right, I've got 6 questions so far, so we're going to jump into the questions in a moment. Now I want to see Mel's Sunday suit. You can bugger off. My Sunday suit is like very loungy. I like my lazy Sundays. Yeah, it's the way I roll.
I don't mind having wear a suit. I like suits. It feels more formal. You know what I mean?
You like the idea of more formal suits, do you then, son?
Yeah.
Right. I wish I could wear a business suit. Oh. Well. Yeah, let's see Mel dressed in his lady.
Malkini. Oh my god.
I do not know where. And that lady Medarith, she's never commented before.
Who's that?
I don't know, but she wants to see me in my Sunday suit.
Ooh. You're single now.
No, there's a rule.
Come on.
You never date anyone you meet from your YouTube channel.
Fair enough, yeah. I can understand that, yeah.
Ever. I've learned this. People have told me this.
Alright, no worries.
I timed it right. You certainly did, LM. Right. I went to college rather than sixth form because you could go to the pub between lessons. Don't tell him that. That's why I went.
What?
That's why you go in sixth form where they lock you in at dinner time. No, actually, I went to Newcastle College and we spent most of it in the bar across the road.
I'm looking to see if you can get a personalised mankini so I can have a Mel on it saying you have Malkini. Might get you as a birthday present, something like that.
I could probably make it on Teespring and put my face on it. Or I could put your face on
How
it.
many people here buy a custom Mel?
Don't you start.
A Malkini. Well, that would be an incredible idea, you know.
See, Knots is remembering what you call it. The pub moments between college classes. Oh yes, we all do.
Malkini.
Why shouldn't he date someone he meets through his channel? Is there a story behind it? YouTube stalkers. I've spoken to a lot of people, yeah, and there's not a single one who's got a good story about a relationship that started via their channel. When I was at university, they had a bar that opened noon every day. We literally had a tunnel going directly from our hall. Oh yes, much drinkies were done.
Yeah, I think he is right. I think at some point there must be a thing about leaving the school because remember Brittany said for dinner.
You can hope. You can hope.
So you must be able to leave the school because if she said that, They're not going to change it for 1 year, are they? So
You can hope, son.
I do hope. I don't want a Mackies. I can imagine a Mackies every day. That'd be dead nice. I might put a bit of weight on.
You might, especially if it Mackies every day. Right, shall we do some questions? Because that's what we're here. Remember, guys, if you do like the show, the links are down below. Send a link on, put a couple of nuggets on PayPal, or alternatively, if you really want to support the channel, links down below. Hit Patreon. If we get 11 patrons, you make me dance.
Honestly,
Right.
See, different gear there. He's got the best idea. Malkini with a few tufts and foliage added. That sounds incredible. I like that. That'd be fun.
I'll get you one for your birthday then.
Thank you.
Right.
I've got your face on the very centre of it.
I got binned from sixth form and had to scramble for a college course. Then again, it's not hard getting into college. You're not a history student unless you passed an exam while drunk. Cat used to take a bottle of Southern Comfort to class. Don't get any ideas.
So it was the odd coincidence anyway. So.
You don't want to do a Darren? Right. Let's do some questions. Okay, Tim's first one. Will we get a video where we show off all the ways people have painted the mini-mel?
Oh yes, a mini montage. A mini montage.
A mini-mel montage.
Yes. Sounds fun. Yes. Sounds it. Yes.
I probably will at some point. I probably will. I don't know. I want to get back into the, obviously, terrain videos and that sort of stuff before we start doing that sort of novelty stuff. But yeah, I've started to see them start popping up on channels and that sort of on photos.
Yeah,
and
I didn't get a reference. Leave me alone. I'm young. I'm not old like all of you.
Yeah, you didn't.
You got about 40 years left. Don't worry.
So yeah, there probably will be one of those coming in the near future. What other things first? Right, Paul C's watching. Mel, what's your next big terrain project going to be? That has definitely got to be what you call it, our Kill Team 40k board.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're in projects, we're getting down to the studio to do it. There's debates over whether it should be tiles or scatter scenery. Yeah, I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest. But it is the 40k stuff. You're getting Snapchats and stuff.
Am I?
Yeah. Your girlfriend's after you.
Yeah, she is. No.
Literally.
I'm going to message to tell her to call me back on like an hour.
Howdy, Yuri. So yeah, what you call it? Big terrain one I'm working on at the minute is all the. I've been filming a lot of little videos and stuff. Basically, I've been filming lots of stuff. Yeah, so I can edit whilst the teeth settle down. Yeah, and I can't really film or do anything like that, or I don't want to go to the cold studio. So we've got a lot of technical stuff on detailing up plastics and adding pipe work and that sort of stuff. Yeah. Other than that, we've got the big Burma board and I'm working on the roads and that sort of stuff. That's good. But they're my main projects. I've got my tutorial list. First one is I've got some cave stuff to do. Yeah. So I've got plenty to do. Yeah, it's just doing it. Right. Before we jump on, what are you guys working on? What are your big terrain projects right now? Come on, let's hear them. Do you have foam board blueprints or a good source to find them? I don't. I always build stuff. What do you call it? Benjamin's just saying, do you see the nice things the guys on Tabletop said about your book? I was in a radio interview with them on Wednesday. Did they put it up? It's been put on the Weekender show, has it? I'm going to go and have to look. No worries, Tim. Working on a Goldilocks terrain system. All right, Patrick, you're going to have to explain that one. Juan's just scratch building industrial stuff. Household junk, very nice. George is cleaning his workshop. Been at it for a week now. I know that one. Yeah, Bruce is doing 28mm Mediterranean town. Very nice. Yeah, diggers, some dungeon tiles for D&D, making some scatter for Gaslands. I've been printing girders and stuff. Yeah, for me kill team board. Ben saying it was on the Weekender show. I'm going to have to change that. Check that out. I'm creating a Star Wars Legion desert style Tatooine board, ready for when lockdown ends, I hope. I'm making several covered felt boards as encounter boards for D&D. Felt covered? Why felt covered? Odin, I'm building ship's engine for 14 kill team. The engine is the full board. Nice! Right. Rolling Bad podcast has a lot of good things to say as well. Right, about me. See, I don't know where people are talking about me. So if you've heard a review of the book or something like that, please feel free to let me know. Train Shooter's book, a must-have. That'll do. Yeah, bolt action airfield. Lots of 148 planes. Yeah, I've seen Martin's 3D printed spaceship. Building a 3-foot by 3-foot underground cave board for my dwarves. Mushroom forests and stalactite clusters included. Ooh. Andrew's on a longhouse for Saga. Nice. Are you doing it on raised stone? Or is it just on the grass? I always think the raised stone plinths always remind me of Rohan, you know, from Lord of the Rings. Tam's on a 6mm. Trying to get my orders to move out to get some room for my stuff to go in. It is time you leave, child. I need your space. Hello. Felt keeps the terrain tiles and scatter from shifting if I pick it up. I can paint it to match stone, grass. That works.
Women are annoying.
Yes, sir.
Just annoying. There's limits to it.
Oh, you know this show's going to go into some... We're going to go down a tangent here.
No, it's alright. Leave it at that. Women are just annoying.
Relationship woes, son. Right. I was thinking once I fully upgrade, might take the 4x and use it for Gaslands. Nice. Built a small bunker system for bolt action. Nice. Yeah, I did see the review in WSS. I do streams here. I'm on the Black Magic Craft Discord and Facebook. Has Jeremy got a Discord? I've been thinking about doing Discord. Corb uses it quite a lot.
Huh? Yeah, it's quite good.
You know, and I noticed with Warren using it and that sort of stuff. So Discord is something I've been thinking about for the Terrainiacs. I know I've got an account, but I've always used it for when I'm about to do interviews on podcasts. But actually setting up a Discord group.
Fair enough. You sure?
Monster energy at this time of night. Yes. Don't you want relationship advice from the hive mind? No, he doesn't need it. No. He doesn't need it.
I'm good, thanks. I've got all the knowledge I need to get me going for at least another month until she starts getting even more annoying, and then at which point I don't know what I'll do.
How many girlfriends have you had now?
In what time period?
Well, okay. Since I've been single in the past.
Since you and Mum split. Okay. So that was how long ago? About a year and a couple months.
Year and a couple of months, yeah.
Pass that whiteboard.
Jesus Christ!
Just a whiteboard.
He needs a whiteboard to work out how many girlfriends he's had.
Where's the thingy for it?
I don't know. It's lost.
Useless.
Right, did it?
I'll use this in a Sharpie. That'll work just as well as anything else in this world.
Readers from the OTT wanted me to do the Go for Dance on my 100 sub Twitch stream, but I told them no, Mel will sue my eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew's saying I love Discord.
Or something I can there, but
Long way from doing the 100 sub go for dance. He's right now. He's working out his girlfriends.
Yeah, it's like a math problem.
It's like a math problem.
It's like, you know, it's like Andy has 92 bottles of soap. It's like that. It's like a stupid amount. It's like, who needs that amount? It's stupid.
Perhaps I should ask him for dating advice.
No, mate, don't ask me. I always end up single.
Tim saying Discord is cool, but I love forums. Richard's building a D-Day board and airfield.
You need a Reddit.
Do I?
You need a Reddit. That would be good, yeah.
I think I've got a Reddit, but I don't think I've got a forum. You have to have a rather active Discord to make it worthwhile. Black Mac stays fairly active, so there's new stuff every day. Right. And Tim's saying Reddit is horrible. Right.
Depends where you look.
I'm going to mull over the idea of Discord, to be truthful. Don't know. Don't know whether to make it a patron thing or whether to make it an all Terrainiacs thing. Need to work it out. Jesus. He's doing lines with dashes through them so he can work it out. It's going to look like, you know, the wall inside a prison cell by the time he's worked out how many kills he's had this bloody year. Son, that's more than I've dated in my life. In the first half.
Yeah, but you live like miles away from everybody, so it was a bit hard for you to get a girlfriend. The internet exists now. Stuff.
There was like 5 years that I lived in Stoke. From 15 to like 22.
Like, to be honest, if you're going bald like now, like if you look like Marcy, that really went bald like.
I'm going
to explain a lot. Love you.
Yes, there is a quality over quantity with Corbyn's girlfriends, isn't there? Helped set up a couple of Discord sites, easy to do. Nice. Okay. Remember, herpes is forever.
Huh?
I'm not going to say any more.
Oh yes, don't worry.
Send you a mail. Okay, no worries, mate. He's doing well if he's had more than one in 2 months.
To be fair, I don't. It's from the,
mate,
right, if I tell them that, yeah, and they start looking into the channel, and then they find the older videos of me as a younger kid, and that goes south very quickly. So
does it?
I stay away from that. I kind of keep it until I know it's going to work out, and then I release that fact. Unless they come to my dad's house, and then at which point they kind of see the big setup with all the lights and the cameras and the microphones and all that, and it makes it a bit obvious.
Yeah.
And all the stuff everywhere.
What does your dad do?
It kind of just it makes it quite easy to tell.
One date does not make a relationship.
Yeah, I'm not stupid. So I go for 2.
He's still going. Is that all of them?
No.
Jesus Christ.
I'm barely past to the point where, like, just before where cadets stopped for lockdown.
That's March.
Yeah. Don't worry. Hey.
Mate.
Nah, mate. I've started now.
I've
started now.
There's 17 there.
Oh, God, 17 there.
Me and your mum had only split up for 5 months. By March, by lockdown. 17.
It's more than 3 a month. That's alright, to be fair.
Mate, that's close enough 1 a week. That's not far off.
That's not bad, to be fair, is it? I mean, it could be weird. It could be 1 a week.
In fact, that's bloody close to...
17... Okay, 17 in 4 months. No, 5... Wait, is it? I don't know. It's something like that, don't worry.
Right, everyone is discussing your relationship status. Those are friends with benefits. They're not even friends anymore.
2 months.
I think it's the lack of benefits why he's going through them so quickly. Oh,
I feel hurt now, you know.
Oh, really? Suit you, sir?
I feel assaulted, I do, at this moment of time.
Corbyn's approach to girlfriends seems to favour the Soviet approach. Quantity has a quality all of its own. It's young. It's a coping mechanism. 17 in a year is excessive, fella. It's 17
Nah,
in 5
mate,
months.
You got no idea. So that's because you're old. You don't understand how kids these days work. I promise you, if any of you here have kids yet, and you ask them how many like relationships they've had in the space of a year, they won't give you the number.
Well, keep going.
I'm trying to think. I've got to kind of like go through it and check which ones were proper relationships or not, and which ones I was just.
You mean that's just not the list of those are the ones you count as a proper relationship? There's
Yeah,
more in that period.
Yeah. Just love you. I mean, at least I don't have herpes.
You're a slut.
I know.
That's it. I'm done.
Like my dog's famous flocker. Yeah.
I'm going to read terrain questions.
Yeah, best idea, dude.
The machine gun tactics to dating.
Yeah.
How has he managed to... I don't know.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure you're not allowed.
I haven't been out at all, I promise. Actually, you can meet one person to exercise with.
What exercising have you been doing for that many strikes?
Calisthenics.
And they're the ones you... Okay, right. If they're the ones you define as a proper relationship, how are you defining...
Well, I'm not counting friends with benefits as relationships.
Right, you're not counting...
They're not relationships.
So there's more of those in there that aren't in like the sets of strikes.
Yes, that if I was counting the ones that I don't count, that'd probably be. Oh, is it?
Son,
Is it 22?
you're gonna wear it out before you've got a chance to have kids.
Nah, I don't worry, tell you.
That'll
be fine.
That's no right. Enough. Take your monster and go.
Are you kicking me out? He's genuinely the one time I turn up for a stream, he's kicking me out. Have you seen this?
How is he even walking? I don't know how there isn't like half of Bentley isn't populated with short little lumpers.
Oh.
I'm horrified.
You know what? I'm just gonna leave that. You know what? I was just like, forget this happened, Joe. We're gonna forget this.
Is that why you're going to a really exclusive like sixth form? Yeah, so like you don't have to spend 2 years with someone you've dated.
Nah, mate. Do you know why? Because all the girls there are for private schools, meaning they're rich.
Go.
Love you.
I love you too, son, but go.
Live tips at Corbyn, guys.
Just go.
Any kids on the stream, go.
Just go. I want to do terrain.
Go
Just
somewhere
go.
that's been to a private sixth form, yeah. Go somewhere really posh. Right, like.
Just go.
Real posh.
I love you, son.
I love you too, father.
Just go.
Oh, forgot my phone.
Yeah, you'll need your Snapchat for all your honeys.
I've only got one at the moment, and she's completely just blanking the whole conversation, but I told her she was annoying. I'm not gonna lie to her, she's annoying as hell. Don't shut up, Noni. Alright, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good stream, guys. Nice seeing you. Call me in like 5 minutes to the end so I can say bye, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, bye-bye, guys.
How cynically enterprising of him. He's merciless. Do you ever get one of those reality checks as a parent? Jesus Christ. Let's just, right. I don't even know how to process all that. I don't even know if that's a conversation I want to have with Kerry, or I might just say, hey, listen, you might want to watch Sunday's live stream. Yeah?
This stays between all of us now. You tell us what live stream. I swear it's going to shave the rest of that off there. I promise you, all that hair's going if you tell it. As a promise, I'll make it out.
This is between us and the live stream.
Yes. Not a urea message, Kerry, I swear to God. I'll get me Catholic priest on you.
Go. Right, terrain. Right, Essex boys. How would you fix foam and cardboard stands to MDF Blood Bowl pitch so they are removable for storage? Right, so how would you fix foam and cardboard stands to an MDF Blood Bowl pitch so they are removable for storage? I would probably build them. I would probably do insets. Just use something like coffee stirrers. Build a frame, a lip around where a base can go in for the stand. Yeah, and just basically drop it in, a couple of magnets. That's how I would challenge. That's how I'd take that challenge. I'm still trying to. My terrain brain is clearly just kicking back in. Male chastity belt. You need a serious drink after this. You're not joking. But he's just shouted, "I love you." Childline. Yeah, when it comes to embedding things onto boards, lips work, magnets work. You can get magnetic tape as well. Yeah, if you look around, it used to be used with a lot of basing with a lot of the historical armies. Yeah, and you can use that as a way of basing because you can just put the tape onto the onto the underneath of the MDF board, and then put things on with magnets on top or more tape, and it will adhere. Right, I need more terrain questions. This is. Mel, after this revelation, you feel the urge to drink. Give in to that urge. Don't be a hero. I fully. Martin's asking, have you used candy acrylic paints for the airbrush? Translucent colours that you can spray over base colours. It's similar to a glaze or inks. Are they better or not worth considering? Candies are real. I have used candies. I've got them. I don't use them that much. I've got the Badger set. Yeah, of airbrushing paints and the candy colours in there. Now, candies work really well on metallics. You can do interesting thing with glazes and that sort of stuff. Yeah, with them, on other matte colours. But metallics, they work really well on. And you can get some really good metallic looking colours with them. How useful they are in terrain building, I very rarely use them. You know what I mean? Because that metallic chrome look is something that's very special, God, this turned out to be a hilarious show to build minis too. Pandora's opened the box. The only hope has remained inside. Vodka. Easiest thing. That's what I'm going to go for. But no, on candy colours, I would definitely recommend that. They're not something that you desperately need. You can certainly explore what the options are with them. You'll have to excuse me. I still have a little bit of toothache. Yeah. So every so often it sort of gets to me. Right. Question 5 of 12. Rinella. I'm building Pegasus bridgeboard. Nice. How would you do the trenches dug into the board, but they wouldn't be present in the first battle? So they're not available for later. So they're not there available for later in the campaign. Okay, this is how I would do it. I can hear a phone. No, it's not my phone. That's right. Where is Pammy, the pandemic pet panda? Pammy's with Willow now. Right. What do you call it? When embedding trenches and you want them not to be there before, or what do you call it? What I'd do, is imagine your trench line, okay? And get like 5mm foam board. Yeah, and just put 2 strips of 5mm foam board along your trench line when you're building it. Yeah, and then have foam. Yeah, foam board that sits in that. So what you end up with is your trench, and then you have like a square lip. Yeah, you can blend the sides of the square lip, leaving just the square and then the trench. Okay, and then you can have like foam board toppers, which are either grass, or you can have edges made out of foam board that go at either side, which are your sandbags. And what you'll be able to do is just simply drop down your grass pieces in the early campaign, place straight over them. They'll be perfectly sturdy. They'll just look like a little lip. Yeah, and then when it comes to the later campaign, you can lift those up and put in your sandbag topper, yeah, edges, and they'll, what you call it, and they'll, what's the word I'm looking for, and they'll present the top of the trench that's suddenly revealed. Now that's how I do it. Yeah, you can recess the trench and just put simple scatter straight atop. Yeah, without the actual lip, but that's what you're essentially looking at putting a scenic lid on the trench. And when you lift the lid off, you need something just to drop in to hide the edges. Right. Oh. Questions are coming in thick and fast. Remember, guys, if you like the show, the links are down below. Hope that answers your question, Renella. Dyson Games. Hello, Dyson Games. Any funny business with the 3D printer, or have all the prints been successful? I had a little trouble setting it up initially. Yeah, I didn't have one of the wires plugged in properly, so I had to do a bit of jiggery pokery, but that's all good. The prints come off all right. Yeah. This isn't its finest level, but yeah, that's the sort of quality it's able to print out at. Come on, I know you've got an autofocus. But you're not going to focus, are you? Of course you aren't. No, of course you aren't. But no, what do you call it? Prints came out alright. It's good enough for what I need it to do. I mean, when I'm printing terrain and that sort of stuff, just a filler primer. I don't even have to do any sanding or anything like that. Just hit it with a filler primer and that'll make all those lines disappear. No, I suggest closing the questions after 9:45. We'll get rowdy in there. Why? Sandable primer or glazing putty? Halfords sell a filler primer. Let me just pull it up. I use... There you are. High coat. That's the stuff. High coat filler primer. Brilliant stuff. Right. How long does it take to print that? That took about 30 minutes. Yeah, the girders that I've done that are at the studio, they printed a lot quicker because there's not much bulk in them. I'm on the hunt for ladders and barrel STLs and stuff like that. So I want to print a load of ladders. I want to print a load of like junction boxes and cable junction boxes. Jensen's saying I use high coat filler primer. It's superb. It really is. Right. So yeah, the printer's going well, to be truthful. I like it. It was never to be a replacement for making terrain. Yeah, it was to be a replacement for buying things like that. Yeah, or all my gribbly bits. Yeah. So I'm quite pleased with it on that count. I think in the future, yeah, we'll probably look at doing... Make Mel dance, support him on Patreon. Yeah. Thingiverse and Cult 3D for files. Yeah, I've seen a few of those. I've been browsing. Yeah, Corbin's been browsing airsoft parts. He's probably still working out his girlfriends. But no, it's a good bit of kit. Right. I am going to switch the questions off now because we've got about 10 left. And I have a feeling half of them are going to be about Corbin's girlfriends. Diggers Miniatures. Okay, for my Gasland scatter, I'm thinking of making some markers for the game, right? I was looking at something quick and cheap. Markers have been made for the capture the markers scenario. How does painted Pepsi Cat sound? Quick, easy, and upcycled? Yeah, that sounds smart. I would have thought something like Gaslands would go really well with things like checkered flags. See, Lee plays Gaslands, and another mate of mine who's getting into wargaming, Lee. Yeah, he plays Gaslands as well, which is another reason why I wanted the 3D printer, because Gaslands requires a lot of gribbly terrain. And I'll be honest with you, I've been interested in Gaslands for a while, but I don't want to spend too much time making the terrain. So that is actually personally for me some terrain that I might print it up and just, bang it together. Put it on a quick board. Just have some play and just get some gaming in. Anyone interested in printables, check out Jeremy at Black Magic Crafts. Many of his vids are sponsored by 3D companies and he does great reviews. I'm going to have to catch up on what all the other people are doing. I've been watching him for ages. Right. Question 8 of 15. Brooks. Bruce is asking, do you have any horror stories about aesthetic terrain that was miserable to play on because it wasn't functional? There was a board. God, where was it? Was it Gatekeepers? One of the Gatekeepers conventions, I think. Our wargaming show group in Shrewsbury, donkeys years ago. But it had been done with like feature board, but with lots and lots of little scatter rocks of different sizes. And I think every miniature, it looked great as like this heathland, this sort of rocky, sparse with occasional rock outcrops, and it looked great. Just trying to put a miniature flat on it. Yeah. Just impossible. Lots of suitable gribblies for Gaslands on Thingiverse. Right, let's move on. Question 9, Tim. Right, is there a terrain project you ever really wanted to do, then either came to a screeching halt for reasons or never got off the ground? Time, money, space constraints. Yeah, there is one board. Yeah. Actually, with the 3D printer, I've got one step closer to doing it. Yeah, because I've always had this idea of this sort of like 4x4 X-Wing Cavern Run game. Yeah, but really high tech. So, circuit through a cavern, but it required a load of... I wanted to do it really, really sort of top end looking, and it required things like getting professional sign printers to print the top surface and sides of the board. Yeah, it required lots of 3D printing for portals, guns, industrial facilities that I could have scratch built, but I really want to do to a top end. And one of the other things was that I had nowhere for it to go. It was specifically for X-Wing. It was very much a demo board. I did have a chat with them, with FFG, to see if they'd be interested in it at the time. Yeah, and it wasn't a project they were interested in or a display board they were interested in at the time. Yeah. So something like Star Wars Trench Run, but as a maze. Yeah, but what I wanted to do was I wanted to take the X-Wing movement templates, yeah, and actually figure out like a challenging run where you could commit to certain things. And you know, you'd have to know your movement templates to be able to navigate through and plan ahead. Yeah. I wanted it to be like the most challenging sort of like race board you can imagine, and I wanted to use the X-Wing template system as a way of making that happen. Yeah. Patrick's saying X-Wing is no longer FFG. Yeah, it's been moved up to, is it Asmodee that handle the actual miniatures game now? Death Star 2 run. Yeah, something like that. But I got this idea of doing it inside like caverns, but the caverns were like a coolant reserve. So the floor was actually resin. Yeah, and that's how I got it flat for the actual movement of the ships in a cavern. Yeah, for the movement of the spaceships. But I was going to do embedded LEDs and that sort of stuff of like fire arc indicators under the resin that lit up and stuff like this, which is another indicator of why I wanted a sign printer to cut and do a very top end black sort of Star Wars like informational display sort of top board for it. So Atomic Mass Games have it now, do they? Right. Yeah. And it was, you know, basically I wanted to go, and I think what I said to FFG was, look, you can have the board, I'll build it for free, I just need you to pay for all the materials because of the top printing and that sort of stuff. Yeah. And it's a project I'd love to do. You know, it's one of those that's sitting there going, that'd be beautiful, that, you know, that'd be a feature board like the D-Day board. You know what I mean? People will travel to play on that. But it's, I mean, I could probably build it now, and, you know, if I saved up, I can probably, you know, put money towards your printing and getting the top surface done really nice and all the electronics and that sort of stuff. But then there's nowhere for it to go. There's no one to use it. And it is a display board. It is a demo board. So it's not one you could give to a gaming club. It's one of those that... Way! Thank you! That's also nice to know that the merch link works as well. Remember, there's links to merch down below. So yeah, that's one of the terrain projects. So that's one of the terrain projects I've been looking at. Or that's one of the projects I'd really like to do. But unless I can get some store or some company to sort of commission it, and with it being for Star Wars X-Wing, it's not even a generic board that I can say, well, it will fit this genre of gaming and sort of punt it to someone that way. So I don't know if it'll ever come to fruition, that one. Battle for Hope's Reach. That's what I was going to call it. George, nice one. Curious what a board like that would cost from a terrain making concept. From a terrain making concept, to be truthful, the work's in the R&D and in the finishing. I mean, carving the actual tunnels is just a bit of foam work. You know what I mean? Most of the details are going to be 3D printed, so it's embedding things, fixing things, painting, resin. I imagine the LEDs and the sign printing and that sort of stuff, but the real challenge with that is spending the time and working out the flight paths. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why it's a project that really sort of gets into me, because you know I love my planning stuff. And the idea of figuring out like, right, this is a 4-foot board, yeah, that an X-Wing has got to fly around, and, you know, they're going to have to make movement decisions, yeah, eyeing up how that will affect what position that could put them in 4 or 5 turns down the line. You know what I mean? And the idea was to design it so it's a chase game. Yeah, so it's an X-Wing being chased by, what you call it? Oh, what they're called? You're going to look an idiot. You know what I mean. Darth Vader's. Yeah. Try selling it to a Star Wars museum. I don't think it would sell it. To be truthful, I wanted to make it as a challenge. for people to try and complete, to see if they could do the mission, to fly around this board, take out, you know, the shield generators, take out the coolants, reactors, and then get out alive. Yeah. TIE fighters. Yeah. Right. Vader's TIE was a TIE experimental. All the others are TIE fighters. But that was the idea around the board, to be truthful. Whether I ever get to build it, unless someone with a Star Wars license or is someone really pushing X-Wing, I don't think so. And I don't see it working for any other game, to be perfectly honest. So I think that's going to just sit somewhere. Right. Robert's got a question. If you have some sort of mountain with a tunnel in it, what would you build it in, like a cutaway, or you make it different, or do you think only a closed door is a way? If you have some sort of a mountain with a tunnel in it, would you build it in like a cutaway? I would probably, if you're talking about tunnels through mountains, I mean, whenever I've done them, mountains have always been on the back of the edge, so you tend to have like access via the back to tunnel areas for troop movements and that sort of stuff. But that's how I'd handle mountains. Yeah, showing it from the back. I don't know how you do it as a scat. I don't even know if you could have a mountain as a scatter piece. Right. Mordecai the Short. When we'll see new videos? I'll be editing this week, so I don't think you'll get them this week, but they should start rolling. One of the things that I've been working on, that I've been quite conscious of, is, as you know, my health. You know, I am still recovering. I still have a lot of fatigue and that sort of stuff. I'm still getting back to things. And so what I don't want is broken content. So what I've been doing is filming videos in secret and building up a stockpile. And once I've got a month's worth of videos, I'm going to start releasing. So, thank you. Yeah. So, what I'm hoping for is once I get it. I've got the dentist tomorrow for these teeth, and I've got to have 2 or 3 out. Yeah, so I'm not going to be in a talkative mood or anything. So I'm going to be sitting down, I'm going to be editing, and hopefully I'll be starting releasing videos the week after. But I'll always have a month's worth of videos, or if I need to take a rest period or step back for whatever, yeah, there's still content to flow. So I'm not saying, right, we're starting, and then it stops and it breaks. So that's what I've been doing behind the scenes for the first time on the channel, actually planning ahead. Right. Question 12:15. Ryan's asking, how would you go about painting fences for bolt action? Would you do a wash or not? Yeah, I'd do a wash. Yeah. Bit of a brown one. Yeah, then a little bit of green all along the bottom. A little bit of drab green. Yeah, just to get that sort of like algae mossy look that you get at the bottom of wooden fences. It works well. Could you perhaps use that board for Aeronautica Imperialis? I don't know if it's been a while since I played Aeronautica Imperialis. 1 second, guys. Oh. Hello, son. Let me find a book.
What are you looking for?
Aeronautica Imperialis. Apologies, folks. Right, there we are. Let's have a look. Yeah, you see, the reason is you've got me curious now whether I could do it for 40k. Where are the movements? See, everything's squadron-based scenarios. Where's the move? I do like Forge World books. There's rules in here somewhere. Where's the movements? It's got all the artillery and the ground fire and that sort of stuff. Yeah, apply thrust. I need to look at the movement cards. Actually, possibly. Yeah, thank you. That may pan out. That may pan out quite nicely. I'll see what happens with it. The X-Wing idea sounds similar to the submarine run for Hunt for Red October. I think there's a few genres. It is, you know, I mean, pod racing, the whole thing, Cavern Runs. We love them. How wide are those tunnels, Mel? Only need to be base and fingers. Yeah, Fred's fine. Right, okay. Next question, 13 and 15, so we'll be wrapping up shortly. Yeah, James is asking, Mel, what would you recommend for a tank base or airstrip building-wise other than hangars? We've done this question last week. Go watch last week's show. We did that one. Yeah. Mel, have you ever thought about 3D printing terrain from James? Okay, I'll think of that one. Right. Jensen, the last question of the night, folks. Yeah, Jensen, I'm building a 8 foot by 4 foot Eastern Front 28mm scale forest for World War II chain of command. I want to fill the table with forest but have tracks and roads so vehicles can move about too. How would you create a dense forest table that is good for infantry and vehicle play? If you're looking for a dense forest, then what you need to do is look for removable canopies. Yeah. The concept is that you have your trees on the base, or if you're using large scatter pieces, and I mean large scatter pieces, you can have all your trees in your woods, but the actual canopy, the actual greenery is removable. Now there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can do it on foam. You can shape foam roughly into a canopy shape, spray it with spray adhesive and just throw clump foliage at it. But I'd suggest making your clump foliage on that count because it's going to get expensive. You can also do things like coconut fibre, vulcanized horsehair, as they say, and make a mass, to lay down. And then what you basically do is you've got your table, and then as you're playing, you can lift up your canopy and gain access. And that allows you not to have to remove the roots or anything like that. All you've got to be careful about is making sure that your trees are quite sturdy so that they don't get caught and knocked. Yeah, but that's how I would tackle doing a dense forest. I would make the canopy removable, either on solid pieces where I just lift it up, put it to the side, play with my models, put it back down, or generally I'd use clumps of a typical sort of crown material, which is coconut fibre or wire wool or polyfibre or whatever fibrous thing we're using. Yeah, and then just lift those up and move them. Right. Oh, that was our last question. Right. That'll do nicely. Right, folks. We've had a good show. We've had an enlightening show.
1 minute, come on.
Oh, he's coming.
I'm on my way.
Something's... I'm not even going to make that joke.
Shut up. I heard it.
Come on.
Come on.
Here. He's the Pied Piper of Bentley.
Yeah.
Right, folks, just to let you know what's going on. Dentist work on Monday, a week of editing, and then I should be in a position that videos will now roll as it goes. Now, as you look broken, Mel. I'm not broken, I've just dental work and stuff like that. Been a rough week. Yeah, but we are all good. So content will start flowing. Everything is good. Mel is smiling. The boys still in a relationship. We started a new one yet.
What do you mean? Yeah.
I don't know if you dumped her and started a new one since you went in there.
No, I'm still the same one.
Still on the same one. What's the final number of girlfriends?
9.
9? You're taking the mick, aren't you?
No, he's put 9 at the end.
9 was like the first week after me and his mum split by the sounds of it.
No, that was after 2 months.
2 months. That's bad. That's really bad. Right. I will catch you really soon, guys. I might give you a live stream in the week, but I'm not making any promises. We'll see how the dental work goes.
Right now,
Yeah, I need 10 taps.
I've got a game going on, so nice seeing you all, right? The number was 34. Have a good one, yeah? Talk to you all next time. Love you, Dad. I'm in the gulag. Bloody hell.
You definitely are in the gulag, son. If you like the show, links down below. Come join on Patreon. Send some stuff on PayPal or jump on Amazon, whatever. I'd appreciate PayPal donations towards bottles of vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Sounds good.
I'm going to need it.
Same.
Same?
Yeah.
You need a bloody chastity belt, son. Right. Let's not have Corbin on again for a little while, eh?
Nah.
It's been a wonderful show, folks. I'll catch you soon. All the best, yeah. Ta-ra.